Today is day 3 of Masters Madrid and we have 2 matches today, Sentinels vs Karmine Corp and Edward Gaming vs Gen.G. Up first is Sentinels vs Karmine Corp, and this one should be a banger. Many people had these teams as either first or second best coming into this tournament, so seeing them verse each other this early on is crazy script writing. I thought Karmine Corp had the slight edge going into this one, but we're talking no more than 55 to 45 at most. Also keep in mind the winner of this game goes straight into playoffs. The maps for this series are Split for Sentinels, Lotus for Karmine Corp, and then Bind as the decider. Looking at the agents for Split, and we have 2 very different approaches. Sentinels has something a little more standard, while Karmine Corp have a Yoru and Astra. Here are some of the highlights from Split.
Trailblazer straight in the middle, up the gut through the side. Prowler knifed. Second, he's set up for success and even more. He's deep now. Fox in the pen. Looks like he wanted to try and overextend, but now here we go. An attempt to try and reclear into mid. Trip, Broken John. Might be in some trouble. Has to call for some backup and reinforcements. Fights happening all over the bloody place, yet still the movement is clean. Satchel there. Trip in his face, and the rate still wins that one out, but the side has been fully taken. Territory now for Sen. Karmine Corp forced to slow it down now. Side by side, Narrate and Shin going to be holding hands through this one, but they've got a lot to chew through.
This one way that Shin's looking to pop, very difficult for the post planners to deal with. Celsius goes for a peek early on, trying to play Zekken in.
It's a bit of that information, yet close to Raptors, close to the corner. Narrate plucks him out. Now brings it to the 2v2 with an aid rebounding. Do they know? Did he expect it towards new box? Half clearance. Celsius just a one-and-done. Shin! That is nasty. It's running away. No, going back to heaven. Close corner. Flash. Martin collects.
That's a great punish. It gives them the kill and it tells them to keep stacking B.
Here we go. Util being forced out of them with the paranoia going flying. The pull on top of it. Tens cannot get through. In fact, spam down to just single digits of HP. There's 20 seconds left. The rate's still there with the rocket in his back pocket. It's going to be pretty monstrous here. Pit just to get themselves out. 14 seconds left. Time becoming an issue up top. Second, but the rate 2 for 2 on the way. Karmine Corp full control, and no more chances here. No more chances at all for Sen. That's the danger when you take it slowly.
I think the big play, I mean, I can't believe, by the way, that Zekken, even in a round where they lose, is pulling out that kind of stuff. But yeah, that is the combo of the ultimate there too, the Yoru ultimate, so that you can spam into the pit. We're not counting Karmine Corp out by any means, but Sen are favored here. And look, Zekken with the op.
Yeah, adjusting. Nails a shot straight into Narrate. Backing away here with the paranoia, has to respect it. TP through into the back of the site. Karmine Corp going to be given this one. What's the call now? Grouped up, looks like it, ready to try and take this fight. Shorty, close, flash, Satchel, great movement. Zekken is blinded up entirely there, couldn't see a bloody thing. And I also have another go of it! What a snap, and what an adjustment. A rifle for your troubles, and now the fight taken straight to them. They can't withstand it. This kind of pressure is way too much, and even Shin spotted out. Poor Shin. This is it. Showing her hands a little bit early, forcing out the nade. Second, the timing through the wall. Prowler didn't spot him, and the race finished. Run and gun. Drive by, going wide. Anger in position of Sassy. There's safety in numbers, and numbers are arriving, but he doesn't need them. Sassy, this man's in a class of his own when he's really on fire. And once more, poor Shin. Left alone for the things, but that is Sentinels leading the charge and leading this series.
Sentinels made a statement on Split and took their map pick 13-8. Their defensive half especially was impressive, and Zekken was playing out of his mind here, as you saw in some of those highlights. Moving on to Karmine Corp's map pick of Lotus now, and as far as team comps go, we have a mirror matchup. Here are some of the highlights from Lotus.
Again, a lot of players at Karmine Corp grouped up behind Mound, looking to try and fight this one eager, in fact.
That one Prowler makes them think that it's going to be the split push again.
Open the door. They're trying to get proactive just in case to punish those players.
Yeah.
Nice idea as well. Shin using his second smoke, but here we go. Follow-up fight. Now he doesn't have a smoke for the one-way here. Paranoia is excellent. They're all grouped up right towards the back. TP on top.
That's amazing.
This man is terrifying.
What an angle to find.
All the way forwards. Judge in hand. Shin. It's away with it. Still, reinforcements arriving. Narrate can't withstand it though. The pressure. It's too much. It's immense. This man is a thing of nightmares.
The mobility, the confidence, both working in tandem. He's on for the ace.
Give the people what they want. One left standing, the counterpart on the Omen. He knows Shin is around, he knows Shin is lurking.
Shin just tucking to spoil the clip. 10 and 4. What a demon.
Really deep off angle. There was a chance he could have been punished, but safety for now at least. But the snake bite fades. And here's the second go of things. Prowler, Satchels, up above, doesn't expect it. Stinger, exactly where it's favored. Close quarter combat. They don't have to sight just yet. They know what John QT is. John needs some help. John needs some help here. Swinging wide. Sassy will be punished for it. Casualty. Line of fire and the line of action here. It is a bit futile is what it feels like. Karmine Corp only just getting ground underneath them. Plans, paranoia, that forces it out, and a satchel forward smoke fading away. Martin! Oh, he's on one right now. On for the ace. One more. We'll do it. John QT.
Spotted.
1v3. Spotted and shut down. SEN perfectly happy to follow that trail of noise. They've stacked it with a lot of their players. Prowler forwards. Martin. Satcheled in to clear that space and take up control of Tree. With them breaking the Prowler really does feel like an A hit, and it might still be so. Sees. Nade. Wrong timing taken for it. Guess what? They want to go forwards! Second! That's a snake bite that takes him down.
There's so many layers to that.
It really is. First wave of util, second with the paranoia and with the satchel. That has really put Sentinels in the driving seat.
But Magnum broke the alarm bot on B. No response from anybody there, so he's calling to narrate that B may be clear. Is Tomashi going to try to fake this with a pit or something? What a KC cooking. They had a free B site to go for, and they're still going A.
Committing in, Ten just walks forwards for the information. He's brought down 3 versus 3 still. 2 players at the back of the site. What is it called? Double face! And sprayed through and down. Equal parts on either side here. One left standing, it's Narrate. And a 1v3 to avoid his team being put on map point, on series point.
He's worried about Zelsis, but Zelsis is still tethered to his turret. 15 seconds less, 10. Just no chance, surely.
Anything tap sits, hoping that a few of these players will be out wide and open!
Unbelievable!
This time!
Unbelievable!
Milliseconds available!
Zelsis is miles away. The Nightfall going to confirm that he's not playing towards Rubble.
Narrate, 9 bullets! Ridiculous!
And the ults are all in favor of KC, really. There are still ults over on the side of SEN too. Do they choose to use them?
They're hard stacking. There's 5 players. I don't know what gives this read away. It just seems to be a gamble. Zelsis forwards.
Tens is set up for a paranoia. Are they going to try to clear this?
Yes, they're going to be trying to fight this one. Paranoia, forwards.
Haunt,
broken. Tags it in the smoke, forward. Sancho's backwards, a boundless second. He let the rocket loose. And Sentinels, no way. From the jaws of defeat, they're trying to take it back. Magnum has taken so much damage in the mix of things. 3 HP. Spike, retrieved. Backing away, not quite. It's dropped down. And Sentinels, out of nowhere. You're joking. Just from the minor amount of util, now the showstopper. Forwards Martin, he'll go down to the turret, he'll go down to the turret! He has to send him flying, poor Timmy! Lockdown, drop down, 30 seconds, spike can't be planted. That's desperation, it's frantic in nature, but eventually going to be sticking it. Shin backing away, Pit will stay up, and this retake is happening at a blistering pace. Forwards, Zelsis, dominating the angles. One tap to force out the util, but this could be it. All on the line for Karmine Corp. And the calls are being made here, fighting up close, fighting forwards, all tucked away, Zelsis! The hopes and dreams ripped to pieces, Shin, desperate for it, Tens forwards, and it can't come down to anything, Thomas, no chance, Sentinels have done it!
Those last 3 rounds of Lotus were just insane, but Sentinels eventually won 13-11. Watching them go from throwing out 3v1 into 5 stacking seal and eco and taking the map was incredible. For the series as a whole, Tens was toward the top of the leaderboard both maps, and you can't think of many other players who could consistently put up those sort of numbers on Omen. So despite having less than a 24-hour turnaround for this match, Sentinels beat Karmine Corp and are the first team qualified for playoffs. Our second match of the day is between Edward Gaming and Gen.G. Just like the last match, the winner here goes into playoffs. Gen.G was slightly favored going into this one, but you can't count out EDG. The maps for this series are Icebox for Gen.G, Split for Edward Gaming, and then Breeze as the decider. Looking at the agents for Icebox, no surprises here, though the difference is a Gecko for Gen.G and a Sober for Edward Gaming. Here are some of the highlights from Icebox.
To the next.
Obviously, again, the real benefits of their composition is being able to execute onto that A site. But yeah, it also Karmine just himself.
This is the thing, you've got Karen and Lakia both now terrified because they've got half shields. So that outlaw rings out and you realize we're in a bit of trouble. I wonder if even an element of that is looking at previous iceboxes and seeing this wasn't a preferred weapon.
We are going to see them building up back towards this A site again. Nice work from Howdong to at least be able to find one. And in this 2v4 situation, it is not looking good. It is not looking really good. Needs to get something. Really needs to get something here. And now Karen is the only one remaining. And 1 versus 3. Try and turn this. They planted in an audacious spot. I guess expecting him to come around on the flank. This man has been a real showstopper when it comes to Gen.G's success. And he might be able to get a second player planting. Definitely got a little bit tight for a second there. Looking to try and isolate one of these duels, faking out the sound. But now know exactly where he is. Needs to try and drop one of them, and Howdong is waiting on the other side. So you'd think it's going to be immediately checked, and I think it may have been. I don't know if Munchkin caught the angle, but Karmine definitely saw him, and here comes that double flash, but he's managed to avoid both. And Karmine, you can't allow him to survive in these sort of positions. Just continues his aggression. Karen, the only one left. He does still have the spike. He's going to try and get the reps off, but Chichu picks him out of the sky.
Doesn't look like it. Player slightly out of the circle, especially with the height of it. Flash in deep, but Howdong already saw him. Well handled to find the first. The numbers sit towards Gen.G with the site under their control, and now the actual advantage. 4 versus 3. EDG on the fight back. They've got a flank underway. They've managed to sneak their way up pretty close with that turret down. They've got a lot of control, but Gen.G have to be aware of this. And even as the turret comes back up for a moment, it's too late. They've already gotten past, and it's Karmine, the danger man. Now operator in hand, dash online, Bladestorm in the back pocket, and he's making his way forward. He's making noise while the rest of his team come in to fill the gaps, and the players spotted up top. That's an ambitious way to try and take that fight. Munchkin's actually got an opportunity now, but Smoggy saves the day.
Yeah, the judge investment, I like it from Munchkin. He's going to play a close corner within this Viper's pit. I feel like they almost need this one just to keep their economy strong, and they are utility dumping. Already Texture's going to pick off one, but so much util thrown in to clear him out. It's easier said than done, though, as he takes out Chichu along with it. Nobody trying to clear this backline. Somehow Karmine's found another. They may not get to use that ultimate at all because they're being picked apart. It's left all on to Karen, but the time is ticking low. If he gets this kill, it's surely done, and it will be. But he's going to go down with it.
The round would have fallen away. This man's crazy. He hasn't even popped his dash yet.
Yeah, he also doesn't know that someone's already crossed to the other side. So this really is a very, very audacious play. He's dead. He's definitely dead. I don't know if that was maybe slight misinformation, but even still a filthy shot to open. The take in the meantime has come in onto the B site. 3 players. A single bullet tapped, and Chichu just ruins his opponent. They're not even going to get the spike down, and now this is a problem. Things become so much more difficult. The spam through from nobody is so clean. And now Texture, the hero, the man that has been highlighted throughout this tournament so far. He's got to find 3 to try and save them. The spike is down. Nobody has already spotted him on the angle. There is no hope. EDG comes through.
Edward Gaming was simply better on Icebox and take Gen.G's map pick 13-8. Kung and Nobody were definitely the standout performers there, but the whole team was online and looking sharp. Now moving on to Split, and we have 2 different approaches here, with EDG running a double initiator and Gen.G running the double duelist. Here are some of the highlights from Split.
He has to maintain this control. Thought about walking into spawn. Instead, it's the sight on the back of a flash, a dash, now up close to the pit. And as Chichu thinks about going outside of it, that could be the end of his life if he did. It's all down to timing. He's won the first, but that's all he gets.
Yeah, really nice trades. Lakia was well aware, and in fact, Meteor almost gets the kill himself. Karmine, though, you can't give this man that much space. Quickly takes 2. This round is starting to fall apart. They know exactly where Texture is, but can't quite connect onto him. The Tyke's gonna go through, but he runs through on the other side. Into the 1v1, but it's still Karmine. They just can't deal with this man. Again and again, he pulls off rounds that he shouldn't.
Just blitzing through the smoke.
Should have won them.
It should have. It absolutely should have, if not for this man. That's gorgeous, and the return was straight through the smoke.
One enemy remaining.
That's just disgusting.
Okay, running through the smoke, that's even worse. This should be an interesting one. It's right off rip. Both are used. And Texture! A double kill, but there's still one man standing. Not anymore. This is Texture's round.
Yeah. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Spike planted.
And now, well, for the remaining players, what do you even do? You've just lost the entirety of your B defense. Everybody was here waiting for this play to come through. Counter utility used to deny anything. That was the thing, the aftershock cleared a player out of position. It didn't matter. The paranoia wasn't even utilized in that initial take. To find any space here is gonna almost rely on a mistake. And well, you know what? Somehow Smoggy has made this interesting. It won't matter though. He started this round and he will end it.
And they're just waiting for Gen.G to make that move to re-clear the space. Player spotted up close, stun is good. And he's only bought himself a second as that smoke fades. Chichu lands this shot. Texture on 45, in a lot of trouble. Emerging from the smoke element of surprise! How has he gotten all three? He was 45, now 15 HP, with nobody, all alone. The frenzy up close in heaven. He has thread the needle beautifully for that one. And with Texture being on 15 HP, to be honest, after what I just saw, it's anyone's game, but 14 seconds left. Nobody has to be so quick. And look at Texture, he's already here. This could decide it. If he can speed his way through heaven, he might get the angle just after the plant. It all depends on where nobody's looking in the wrong way. Texture's got 4.
I have no idea how he manages 3 kills here. Like the last 2 especially. Like that's better than anything you could ever dream to get from that position.
4 bullets, Tom. 4 bullets and he gets 3 kills on 45 HP.
Look at him go.
Give it to him.
Texture and Meteor. Karmine is still like in a close 3rd place, but those 2 have started to just completely run away with this one. But, you know, he's always terrifying. Guardian gets him a first. Now, he's actually a couple away. 1 more kill, even if he goes down. He's so quick with it. A single bullet is all he needs. A plant is actually going to give him a showstopper, but he has to try and fall back from it. And actually, the defenders are going to use their own one. Karkosh just found another one. Finally, it takes a bazooka to take him out. He's given some essence of hope for Howdon, but Texture was blind. I don't even think he knew that he'd killed him.
Firing squad to take the trade. Blinds the guy down below, takes the fight against the top player.
Wait, where's this one?
Nice. That crosshair didn't stop moving either. It went past him. He just clicked it at the right time.
He's been stellar, and that's already the star they were looking for, leading the way into the side. He doesn't know there's another man behind him. Will be taken out, but that entry does enough. Puts things into a 2v2. Meteor Blade Storm out, maybe trying to deny any sort of plant, but hasn't been able to. And the rotation coming around from Munchkin, you'd think he maybe wait a moment, but he just does it all himself!
Gen.G woke up on Split and took it dominantly 13-5. Meteor and Texture looked unstoppable. Meanwhile, Kung was basically the only one shooting back here for EDG. Looking at the agents now for our final map of Breeze, Gen.G are sticking with Yoru and Astra. Meanwhile, EDG have a more standard Breeze comp. Here's some of the highlights from Breeze.
Kind of forgot they even had a Cypher at this point. Like, I just don't think that Chichu's been able to find anything. And, oh, it's gonna get 1 for free. Finally, Munchkin's died, by the way. I think that's only death number 2.
The trade that they get there, Munchkin falling, it is big. It is removing a lot of the utility that gets them out to sight. Problem is, it was Con dropped on the other side. That's your entry. Howdong tries to fill the role, and he's shut down immediately. Lackey is caught in the corner, though. Trapped in there, and the big iron takes him down. Back up. Well, the first shot doesn't hit. Meteor's most certainly does. They don't know that there's a player sitting on the site. Smoggy has a chance, but I think he just broke the gate crash, so now the info will be there that there is still someone sitting around. There's going to be a bodyguard on the planter, so no chance to deny it. And the real hope, okay, well, that was actually a good chance. Some damage done. The eyes focused forward. Good flash. A good punish. Even though Chichu catches one from behind, he's going to swing straight into this op. I like the cage. Great use of it. Great swing. Oh, but he doesn't hit the kill shot. 55 HP, but that's enough for Texture to still be able to duel. And with Meteor coming around the other side, I don't see a lot of ways this goes for Chichu. He needs to be quick, clean, and clinical. Good shot, good correction as well. Meteor forced back, and the defuse is underway. No utility for the Yoru. It's gonna be a drive peek, and it's worked out again for Gen.G. One that lets them get close from middle and then pop. No. He's out, okay, cool. Oh, no!
he's not.
Oh, he's been hunted! Oh my god, the damage is huge!
That's one of the best Hunter's Furies I've ever seen. It just tagged both. That's ridiculous from Luck here. After a first map to forget, he has been fantastic ever since. Back with a vengeance.
And look who it is they killed, Tom. That's your Viper's Pit, down and out of the round. No way back through for them now.
Spike planted.
Well, nobody's going to try. He's got some support, but again, there's a smoke to deny them a meteor in an aggressive position. Just doesn't seem to be missing a beat. Stolen away by Karen in the end, but 9-1. Thought this is how map number 3 was going to go. Props to you. And how is it living in Korea?
This is just so disgusting. Am I mistaken in saying that there was nothing to give away that player's position? That was a blind fire, the Hunter's Fury, right? He's pulled back the bow.
They're both doing it.
3 pulls of the bow.
Starting to bridge the gap, and that's one hell of a way to kick off the buy round. I said there's always a worry. If this man starts gaining confidence, well, it doesn't get any better than that.
As it's about to go up and the push to come through, Texture, no dash. He's been silenced, suppressed, but he still fires back. 23 HP though, and the players are quickly circling him, encircling him, I should say, and finally taking him down. Munchkin and Karen to do it all. Nice shot by Karen. There's an opportunity. If he can buy some time, the flank will catch another off guard, and now it's winnable again. Gen.G has suddenly found legs in the round, but a snake bite in hand leads to Munchkin's death. Karen has to clutch this alone. He's keeping his opponent behind the pyramid, but nobody jumps up top to take him down. A 6th for EDG. The gap down to 5 through the B site. Viper utility to block them on the retake, but the fight is taken instead. Munchkin blinded up completely, but Karmine can't get it done with Karen on the side. 3 kills quickly found, and even the Blade Storm frag on the flanker. Easy peasy for Gen.G. They had a real handle on this round from the get-go.
The first half was honestly uninspiring from EDG, and even though they put some rounds together on attack, Gen.G were far too good and took Breeze 13-6. Yoru and Astra was pretty cool this time around, and you can see across the scoreboard there, everyone on the team showed up on this map. For the series as a whole though, Meteor was definitely a standout, performing in all 3 different agents he played. This means that Gen.G are qualified to playoffs alongside Sentinels, whereas EDG and Karmine Corp both have one more match to play in order to see whether they make playoffs or if they are eliminated.